Well, we got a bit of a doozy of a post in one of the support groups, and I wanted to talk about it because this is not the first time that I've seen this. And so I want to offer my opinion and maybe some helpful advice just in case you happen to be one of these people. Hey everybody, it's Allie. I'm on a fantabulous weight loss journey, and hopefully you'll subscribe, come along for the ride, because I put out new videos every day. So we got a bit of a doozy this morning, and there was somebody who posted in one of the support groups, and they stated that they've only been on tirzepatide for a few weeks, 8 weeks, I think, to be exact, and their doctor allowed them to titrate up to 15 because they weren't feeling anything at any of the other doses. Now, as I'm sure you can all imagine, the entire weight of the support group came down on this poster. People were flabbergasted that a doctor allowed this. People were astonished that this was even possible, right? I mean, to go up that quickly from 2.5 all the way to 15 obviously is not advised. Now, here are some other factors that you may want to consider if you see a post like this. Normally, when we see this type of post, it's because there's somebody who's been on Semaglutide, right? Ozempic, Wegovy, and they are now transitioning to Tirzepatide, Mounjaro Zepbound. And so they're trying to figure out where they are in the titration schedule. Now, there is a chart for this, so I'm not sure why doctors have a tendency to struggle so badly with this. But if you are a physician and you're going to play it safe and just have the person start out at 2.5 with tirzepatide, which is perfectly reasonable, in my opinion, then, you still have to do the titration schedule of every 4 weeks, right? Because it's not every 4 weeks because somebody sat down and said, well, we want it to be a once a month type of thing. That sounds like a lot of fun. Let's do it. Woohoo, yeehaw, right? That's not what happened. The medication has to build up in your system, and that takes time. So to have someone go from a starting dose at 2.5 for tirzepatide all the way up to 15 in 8 weeks means that you didn't give the medication any time to build up in the patient's system. Now, what does this mean long term for this person? Well, it means that congratulations, you've now maxed out and there's nowhere for you to go. Now, this person in their post admitted that they are impatient, that they are tired of feeling fat, their words, not mine, and that they just wanted results and they just weren't feeling anything on any of the doses. And I completely understand. I totally get it. I understand that feeling and that impatience and that wanting to have results immediately kind of mentality that diet culture has really ingrained in us over the years, right? Because for all of our diet journeys, it's been, do this diet and you'll lose 10 pounds in 5 days. Let me show you how, right? And then you lose 10 pounds, which is mostly water weight, and you see the results, and then of course there's nothing that comes after that, and eventually you gain that weight back, right? Because it was just water weight. So I blame diet culture for this mentality of, needing to see immediate results. So now that this person is on 15, now it is so strong that they're saying, Is it okay if I just don't eat? And I'm here to tell you that despite what you see on the media and what's being covered by the news, this medication, its sole purpose is not to make you not eat, right? If you want to lose a bunch of muscle mass, then sure, you can not eat, and you will absolutely do that. But if you want to lose weight in a healthy way, then you really have to adjust your mindset, and you need to ingrain in yourself that this is the long game. And it's very easy for me to sit back and say that now that I've lost 93 pounds, right? But if you had talked to me when I first started this journey at 285 pounds and I was losing 1 pound a week, and you could hear the frustration in my voice and go, okay, I gotta reel it in. I have to sit with these emotions, and I have to say, this is a process. I didn't gain all of this weight overnight, and I'm not going to lose it overnight. And now I haven't even been a full year into my journey on Mounjaro Tirzepatide. And I am almost to 100 pounds lost. So you just have to give yourself some grace, and you have to allow yourself to go through the process. Now, are there people who go all the way up to 15 and get no results and they turn out to be non-responders? Yes, but it is a very small number of people. So the fact that this individual got all the way up to 15 and now it's so strong that they can't even eat, that tells me that really what they should have done is titrate it up every 4 weeks, even if they weren't getting results in that beginning time frame, and figure out where the dosage is, where it did start to kick in, because it started to kick in somewhere. If 15 is too strong, right, and you literally can't eat, which is what this person is describing, then you need to go down in dose. You're not supposed to starve yourself. That's not the point of these medications. The point is for these medications to make your body work for you. I say all the time in my videos, activate pancreas, right? Because we want our body to work with us while we're making healthy choices. We're getting in movement, right? We're doing all of these things to better ourselves in our health journey, and the medicine keeps our body from fighting against us, which is what happens when you have insulin resistance, PCOS, Hashimoto's, diabetes. The list goes on and on and on. So allow the medication to work for you. Allow it to do its job so that in the long game, you win at the end. Now, if you are one of those people that titrates all the way up to 15, right, and you're not having results, don't lose hope, because there are new and improved GLP-1s that are going to be hitting the market here in the next 5 years. There's also higher doses of tirzepatide that are currently in clinical trials. So those will be coming out hopefully next year, possibly 2026. And there will be somewhere to go up, from here. And just because one medication doesn't work for you, it doesn't mean that another one won't. So I cannot say this enough. If you are thinking that catapulting up as fast as possible to the highest dose is the way to go because you have heard the studies say that you should get to 15 because that's where people all lose all their weight. You need to keep in mind, and if you need help discerning different studies and applying them to yourself, please go check out my video where I explain how to break down a study and apply it to yourself. But as far as this goes, because I hear this mentality spouted off in support groups all the time, and it frustrates me to no end. If you are doing a clinical study, you only have a set amount of time to make it happen. And the goal is not, let's see how much weight we can get everybody to lose, right? That's how they end up with the 15 to 25% of body mass, statistic, because they only had a set number of people. They only had a set number of time to do it. So the titrating up every 4 weeks, that is the bare minimum, right? That is what people could stand and not drop out from the side effects. So it's not hurry up and get to the end because that's where people lost all their weight. It's a matter of what the body can tolerate at each level. So if you have more than 50 pounds or more than 100 pounds to lose, you have to go low and slow for as long as you can. If you're not getting anything from the medication, right, then you may want to talk to your doctor about adding something with it, right, which is also an option. Or once you figure out the dose that does work for you, you want to make sure that you've already taken that time to revamp your lifestyle, revamp your nutrition, get movement in. You need to already be doing all of those things so that once the medication kicks in, you're going to hit the ground rolling. But if you're just going up every few weeks because your doctor allows that because they don't know any better, you are doing yourself a disservice. Even if you've been on another medication, right? Then they should be looking at that dosage comparison chart and deciding where to put you and then have you go up slowly from there. Guys, it has to build up in your system. Not a magic pill. It's not just going to magically start working. One dose and you're going to lose 100 pounds. That's not how this works. So I tried to give that individual the best advice that I could. They were mostly just getting slammed in the comments from people going, your doctor let you do what? Because, to be perfectly honest, that is a recipe to end up in the ER. There's a reason why people could only tolerate to go up in dose every 4 weeks, right? So I hope that you found this video helpful or entertaining. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe. I'd love to have you along for the ride. Make sure you check out my other videos where I give helpful tips and tricks that can help you on your health journey. If you're looking for a positive-only support group where you won't get attacked for asking questions like this poor person did, then definitely make sure you check out the link in the description box below. And as always, be kind, rewind. Want me to hold you? Like when you were a little baby? Is that what you want? All right, come here. Come on. Come on. Okay. All right. Okay. I know. It's so hard being a big baby. It's so hard being a big baby. Okay. I'll just hold you. You don't really fit anymore. You're really just kind of too big for this. Okay. I'll just hold you and tell you everything's gonna be okay and that you're a pretty princess.